Hey everybody, it's Kelly and Sophie Doyle doing a quickish update. Now this video is not pretty. I'm doing an update. This is for my subscribers who've been wanting an update. People who just want the happy-go-lucky, funny travel videos, skip this video. Now, I will preface this by saying when my brain's not functioning right, posting videos, creating and posting videos is like drunk texting. I don't trust my judgment. My thinking is not working properly. Articulation. I don't trust my judgment. I'll talk in circles. I repeat stuff, and then I got 20 minutes of a quick update that I have to edit down, and that takes brain power. But, here's a quick update for those who want to know what's going on. And who want to know more about the realities of living with a brain injury on the road. Hey everybody, it's Kelly and Sophie Doyle. People have been asking about an update, and I say, you don't want an update. We're safe, relatively safe, but we've had a brain injury flare-up for weeks since the RTR. But basically our head went down at the RTR and moved out a little bit, and it was still too noisy, and we moved out a little bit farther, and the RTR music section, the very day I moved away from it, it moved away to the Schoolypalooza, which is where someone told me to go right outside of that area. So then I couldn't escape it, and I wasn't able to drive very far, so I went from courtside. So then I ended up I'm still there and everybody's gone, everybody left, and I was still there in courtside because I couldn't drive. And some people say, oh my god, I can't believe everybody left you. But the way my feelings about that are, if I can't survive on my own out here, I shouldn't be out here. That's how I feel. Nobody came out here. No one signed on to be someone's caregiver out here. So I left courtside. It was so insane. I couldn't stay there, but I couldn't drive, so I stayed at a rest stop, and I literally inched my way trying to find quiet, because it's the noise it's one of the things that causes the brain shut down. When you can't make a decision, you have confusion, you could barely walk. I can't make food every other day still. No laundry, nothing. You can't do anything. So I made it to the rest area, and I had to pull over, and it was noisy. And then I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I had to move, so I made it to Ehrenberg, and that was still the freeway, and it was a little sketchy where I was. So then I'm like, I gotta get out of here, so I made it to the next free campsite place, and I inched my way down a few miles a day. And finally, I did find a place that's quiet. So the trip I took, normally it would take an hour and a half. It took me 6 days. 6 days. Just inching my way. Now, during this last 2 weeks, I've had moments of where I could drive and get some food, but then when you have a TBI, hang on. So you have you have little windows of time when I'm like, oh, I could drive, and I got food and supplements was the first thing, and then your brain goes down. So it's like when you have the flu and you're down for 2 weeks with the flu, I mean, you're flat out down. You can't walk to your kitchen to make an egg, and then you feel better, and then you run out and do errands, and then you're down again. It's just like that. Or if you have a sprained ankle, you feel better, then you go running around, and your ankle hurts again. until I'm fully recovered, I can only do little bits of things. I have little bits of windows, and it's very much on the borderline whether I can continue safely on the road or not. I would like to give a shout out to a few people, Pamela and Pamela and Paul, kind of my Lifeline people. When I was parked in a parking lot, my brain couldn't process where to go. I know where to go, but when the brain's down, it can't make a decision. So I would go through my options. The brain goes through its options, but it can't pick one. It's like, when you know those nights when you're really hungry and you can't decide, like, Mexican or Chinese, Mexican or Chinese. You do that. So I would go through all my, should I go to Parker? Should I go to Yuma? Should I go here? Should I go there? And I'll pick one, and then my mind would go through the loop again. Like I couldn't. It's like the brain's misfiring. It's misfiring. So Pamela and Paul, I called them, and then Kimber and Randy. Randy he has a YouTube channel, The Mobile Traveler. They offered to come get me. I was parked. I was confused. I couldn't make a decision. I couldn't drive. This was at the rest stop and in Quartzsite. And they offered to come get me. And I'm like, you know what, though? I was safe. It was an emergency. I was parked in a safe spot. I had food and water. And I waited till I could inch my way to Ehrenberg. But they did offer to come get me. The thing about that is, I feel like if someone has to come get me, I shouldn't be on the road. And I actually have nowhere else to be. I have nowhere else to go. So I'm like, you know what? I have food, I have water, and I'm parked in a safe spot. Let's reserve you coming to get me until I don't have any food or water and I'm not in a safe spot. Because once someone has to come to get me, I'm feeling like that I gotta get off the road, and I don't really have any options. Check his channel out, Randy, the Mobile Traveler on YouTube, and he's a very great man. He's very funny and witty and funny. I like his sense of humor and the way he thinks. So yeah, shout out to them for sure. Thanks, you guys. People seem to think once you become medically disabled that there's free housing everywhere. This being passed out on street corners, and that's not true. I actually looked for housing assistance, which was really hard and depressing. And I really have a hard time with that. I've been independent all of my life until someone ran a red light, okay? Independent all my life. Never been sick. Never had an injury in my life. Until someone ran a red light and turned my world upside down. The thing is, I usually pull out of these, but they can take a couple weeks. And part of the reason is on the road, you do have to, in those little windows of time, you have to go get your own food. You have to dump. You have to get water. You have to get whatever. And walk the dog. I have to make food. And so that prolongs the healing. And I'll be real honest right now. Honestly, living on the road, to me, living on the road in a minivan with a brain injury is a living hell. Okay, so I've had a lot of people at the women's RTR say, I've been not sure if I could do it, and also commenters, but I thought, well, if you could do it in a minivan, I can do it too. And I'm thinking, oh no, I need to do a video and let people know. It's not going well. It's not going well. A bigger van will make a lot of difference, probably all the difference. But part of it is also just the head injury itself. I mean, even in a house, it was a living hell. TBI is a living hell. But then a small vehicle, I am having trouble with my back and crouching, and I can't fit the healthy foods I need, more than 3 days worth and things like that. But, so we're going to work on getting help, maybe getting a new van. I have to sell this one first and then go shopping, like in a U-Haul or something for my other van. Alright, so that's our update. There's Sophie. She's hanging in good. And, people always say, what about Sophie? She cooped up. Is she cooped up in your van? Oh my God, Sophie. No, Sophie is my priority. me and Sophie, but Sophie's a priority for me. And so you can see I'm parked. Let's see if I can show you Sophie. So I always try to park in a place where I can throw a ball for her. And as soon as, when I'm able to walk, the first thing I do is I walk my dog. That's the first thing. But it's problematic because sometimes after that, then I'm down again. So I don't get to a store or whatever. And then there's a lot of areas up here where I could throw a ball and walk her. Like I said, as soon as I'm able to walk, that's the first thing I do is walk Sophie. So she's okay. I think she still gets more exercise than most dogs sitting at home while their owners are at work, and then the owners come home tired and they walk them around the block because she gets new smells and everything. What do you think, Oni? So this is why I don't do updates. Really, all I'm focused on is survival. That's the only thing in my mind is survival. And I end up explaining things. I always explain things when my brain's down. I don't know why I do that. But I'm sure... Ooh, you got an ant. Got it. But, you know, it passes. It always does. It can take a few weeks. So I may try a live stream tonight. What is tonight? 30th or the 31st? I'd like to be at least somewhat coherent when I try a live stream. But maybe it'll pick me up. Because, the other thing is, so there are groups. There's a lot of people that have, invited me to stay at their camps. And here's the problem. So I can't be in groups. That is what shut my brain down, the constant noise. And now my brain's so sad. Deborah Dickinson, check out her channel. She really will, she's braver than I am. She will show realities about this life that I've been hesitant showing on my channel. I actually did a video identical to hers about our experience grocery shopping, how it takes like 2 to 3 hours and takes like hours to put your stuff back. When your brain is not working, you can't remember where stuff goes. You can't dress. It's confusing. Everything's confusing. Check out Deborah Dickinson's channel if you haven't already. This woman is brave and she is my hero. She is, and she inspires me as another person with a brain injury or any disability, really. She says it how it is, and I say it how it is, but I don't show everything all the time as she does, and I admire her for that. We do get also a lot of ridicule, and she takes it. She gets ridicule for being honest about her disability, and people are like, oh, all you talk about is your disability. People have told me that. Maybe if you didn't think about it so much. Someone said, maybe if you didn't think about it so much. I'm like, that's like telling someone with a migraine, maybe if you didn't think about it so much. Someone who's drowning, maybe if you didn't think about it so much. If you don't think about it, it's like affecting every second, everything you do all day when I'm in a flare-up. You can't not think about it. It's like I could barely walk today. I haven't been able to make food. How do you just ignore that and go on with my day? There's no going on with your day. You are struggling in survival mode. So the videos, that's why the videos don't have, because they take brain injury to brain power. They take battery power to create a video, to talk, to think, to process thoughts. So that's the reality of a brain injury. So anyway, I'm rambling, and so that's our update. Thank you for watching, and you can vote. Let me know down below. Do you really want an update like this, or would you rather wait? I have like 2 hours of footage at the RTR. A little late now. 2019 RTR in June, or whatever. Still make jokes. I'm Kelly Doyle. Can you see? I can't see. That's Sophie Doyle. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and have a beautiful day and follow your bliss.